Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is just a quick video to tell you how to clean your mechanical keyboard caps, which is something you should do occasionally. This is just showing you my mechanical keyboard and how filthy they can get if you leave them for around a year, especially on this Miami key set. Just look at this, especially where I've been gaming. So what you need is one of these keycap pullers, which you can get from Amazon, or you can often they'll come with the keycaps that you use. So I'll link this one below. I got it from Amazon for about £7, I think. It comes with some dampeners or O-rings, which I'm also going to apply here. But if you're not applying these, just ignore that part of the guide. So this is how you remove a key. You basically just push the keycap puller down over the top of it. The wires will loop around the edge of a key, and then you can just pull directly upwards. This is a Cherry MX keyboard. Other keyboards may be slightly different, but I think this is quite applicable to other keyboards. So here we go. I just remove all of the caps. I've kept them together in a bowl so as not to lose them. So this is the first thing you should do. Something to note here is that some keys have stabilizers on them, which you can see in white here. These tend to be the longer keys, such as the spacebar. Just keep these to the side. They should be on little hooks, so you can just take them off. I'd put them in a slightly different bowl, that's what I do, so that you don't lose them. You shouldn't need to reapply the lubricant to them when you put them back on the keyboard, but if you do, you can just buy keyboard lubricant off Amazon, or a good place for help with this, as always, is r/mechanical keyboards. So yeah, just keep these to the side. So you can see those stabilizers a little more clearly here, and here's an overview of the board. As you could see, it was fairly messy. You can see all the dust in there, and that's the next stage. We're going to get rid of that dust. I'm just putting the stabilizers in the bowl now. This is a separate bowl. Don't put it with your keycaps. These don't need cleaning because they're not something that's out to the elements. So here, if you just use a hoover, a handheld hoover is probably better. You can run along and pick up all that dust that's in your keyboard or any debris that might get in there. I think this is the best way to do it. It's quite hard to use a cloth along here, but if necessary, just also use a cloth to go along there. It really depends how dirty your keyboard is. So there we go, spraying the keyboard with a little bit of glasses cleaner, or surface keyboard cleaners. You can buy specific ones, wiping down the keyboard and just trying to get rid of any debris that I can find. The next stage is to put all your keys in a bowl, fill it with warm water, not hot water, and then ideally you want a little bit of denture cleaning tablets, or you can use some dish soap for this. Once you put it in, just leave the keycaps in the container for about 5 to 6 hours. Yeah, so once you've done that, you need to remove the caps like this, and then wipe them down with a microfiber cloth. Do this to every single cap. Make sure you get all the debris off of them, and then you should end up with some lovely clean keycaps. This might take a while to do it, and perhaps it might be easier to organize them as you go doing this. So as you can see, I've ended up with a little bit of a mess here, and that can be hard to sort out when you're putting them back on the board. So this is an optional step that you could skip. I'm just putting my O-rings ready for me to put them on my caps. All I've done is laid them out individually in each place where a keycap would go. This is just to make sure they have enough at hand. You don't apply the keycap directly to this, just make sure you don't do that. The O-ring should go on the back of the individual cap. What these O-rings do is they just smooth out the press a little bit more, so it's a little bit shorter to actuate, and it reduces the sound quite significantly. So the reason I'm applying this is because I'm doing a lot of Zoom calls at the moment for work, and obviously keycaps can be fairly annoying. Even though these are MX Browns, it's not like they're blues or anything, but they can still be pretty annoying on a call. Something to make sure you don't miss is you need to make sure you put the stabilizers back on each of the items, which you can see me doing here. Each of those keys that require a stabilizer, you need to make sure you put them all back. There should be 2 for each one. If you're using this kind of board, layouts can vary slightly, but make sure you put those back. Do not forget that step, otherwise you won't have very stable keys. So this is how you apply an O-ring to a key. You just put it on the back here, just around the bit that will attach to your switches. Once it's there, you can just put it on a little bit, then just reapply the cap to the board, and it should work as expected. So just do that with every keycap, and you should end up with something like this. You can then add another wipe down to the board if you want, but as you can see, this is a pretty significant difference to how we started off. Look how much that color's come back out. I suggest doing this just when your keyboard gets dirty, so it really depends on use. For me, I do it about once every 6 months to a year, depending on use, but it just looks so much better. So I hope you guys liked watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.